Neuroplasticity principle number 9, transference. The preference is transference. Yeah, I had no joke. All I could do was rhyme. So transference is about how our brain can use what we already know or what we are learning to learn similar things more easily. So by building on the previous learning experiences, our brain becomes more efficient at learning and acquiring new skills, and that can lead to greater success. So one study found that people who were trained to do specific movements with their fingers, they had more excitability in the neurons that go from your brain to your fingers, and had an increase in the part of the brain that controls the hand. So I just wanted to give you an example. So think of learning to ride a bike. You know, as you practice, your brain creates all these new synapses. You need to learn to steer, you need to balance, you need to pedal, and all at the same time. And later, if you want to try riding a scooter, your brain can use those connections and it will support the new way of doing something. It just helps you learn the new skill more easily. And another example of that would be learning a new language. If you learn Spanish and then you try to learn another language, that will come easier. So how can I get that? Once again, we find that a focus on activity-based therapy can be more effective than repetitive exercises. And that's going to promote the brain's ability to change and adapt. And so activities also that are performed in a more meaningful environment, in other words, something that you would normally be in, like your home, the grocery store, out and about, if you like to hike, whatever you like to do, that's going to promote that generalization or the transfer of that ability to do other related activities. So what is the bottom line? So you want to perform activities that include as many things as you can. So reaching, grasping, or balance all at once. You got to think about function. Also, practicing these skills in a more random order, they can lead to better performance than if you practice them in a fixed order, like time and time again. So what does this look like in the clinic? So don't be afraid to ask your therapist questions. You know, it can be so easy for us to get into a routine of saying, do 2 sets of 10. But, you know, random practice will improve your memory of the individual skills, and it can lead to better performance when you're trying to use those skills in new ways. And what does this look like at home? So it's tempting for us as well as for you to stick to do something the same way and repeating yourself. But I mean, I hate to sound like a broken record, but you gotta mix it up. So when you try new things in different orders, you know, your brain has to work harder and it has to adapt to those new movements. And that's what's going to promote neuroplasticity. And that's what's going to promote your ability to transfer these skills to new learning.